So we are out here representing good dads. These are all of our dads we've met throughout the years who are all non-custodial fathers. Okay. All of these dads, you see, some of them are even out here right now, are going back to court for 50-50 shared parenting, but have been going back to court, okay, for 4 years, 2 years, 6 years, 10 years. And we put a sign over here. None of these dads have a criminal history. None of these dads have a history of abuse, addiction. They've all had steady jobs. We have dads out here paying $2,000 a month in child support.
$2,600. While on disability, not having a job at the moment.
Yeah. All he wanted to be was an equal shared parent in his child's life. And judges aren't listening. They're so stuck on that status quo of you go through a divorce and mom gets custody and dad becomes a weekend dad. None of these, we've grown past that as a system.
8 weekends a year.
You know, I look around and I know some of these dads personally, and I think what breaks my heart the most is these are dads who grew up with every other weekend dad, who became fathers and said, not my kid. But then they realized they went through a court system that said, you're going to end up just like your own father.
Of stepfathers.
When do we empower, right?
That are removed.
It is. And now judges have all of this discretion. They have discretion,
for everything.
And you can't prosecute them. And so I actually added up all of the statistics in Oklahoma. 36% of Oklahoma children live in a single-parent home. But between single-parent homes, foster care, group homes, and grandparents, and non-family, 48% of Oklahoma children right now are growing up with one or both parents absent. A judge had to sign off on every one of those orders. So you're telling me, collectively, as a state, 50% of us parents are crap. Or are we working for a system that is a $50 billion a year industry? Did Oklahoma not only collect $350 million in child support, but then they profited $19 million because of it through the federal incentive? If the courts do not separate loving parents, we actually lose money every year for our welfare. It's called the welfare incentive that comes from the federal government. And what we've been able to find out is the reason why all of these dads have to keep going back is because the system has to feed off of broken homes. So if we are going through a divorce, but we said, you know what, we can still get along for the babies, right? And the judge says, well, no, that's not going to be good enough. You're going to need to pay some child support. Well, sweetheart, why do we need to pay child support if I'm willing to be a part of my child's life? Shouldn't we both equally support that child?
All these good dads.
So every time a dad loses an hour or an overnight, our child support is legally allowed to increase.
Yeah, every night counts.
Yeah, but thank you for coming. Yeah.
Things change, but to designate a child